Okay, what we're going to do here is open our wedding invitation file, and this is pretty much what it's going to look like inside of your folder. And you'll click here to open the invite, which is the ceremony, and we'll choose this one and open inside of Photoshop. Okay, and this is basically what we have here. Okay, so what we want to do is first we have our Photoshop layers palette, and if you don't actually have your layers palette pulled up as mine is here, you can choose under window and look for layers. And this is an older version of Photoshop, but it'll pretty much be similar to this. If you would like to change colors on this invitation, basically if you have a Windows machine, you can right click and you will see the layer names if you right click, and it will help you to find out which layer you need to click on to edit without having to scroll through. So if you're on a Mac, you will have to scroll through and sort of figure it out, but on a Windows machine you can right click where you want to change, and let's say I want to change this maroon to green. So I'm going to right click, and it's clicking on layer 15, and it could have very well have been 13 or 3, but pretty much it's going to be 15. And I see here that layer 15 is basically what we have. So I'm going to go up to my layer file and click on layer style, and do color overlay, which is basically what we're doing. We're overlaying a color on top of the maroon. So we can pick a green from our color picker here, and of course we can pick anything that we want, but I'll pick like a deeper green. So we can make a pink and green invitation. Okay, so that's our first color selection. And then whatever this main color is, we want to make up the damask the same color. So you can still right click on that and click this vector object, which is the damask, and click on color overlay because it's already overlain with a color. So you click here, and we want this color, so instead of trying to click around to try to figure out which color, we're just going to use our dropper, which is going to automatically change into a dropper when you have your color picker window selected. And we'll click that, and it's going to show up here, and it's already showing up in the damask. So we definitely want to click there, and that's how we get the same exact color on there. Okay, and let's do our bottom one. Now this is also a shortcut that I would like to show you. If you go back here, which is layer 15, and we've overlaid it with a green color, you can copy the layer style by right clicking on the layer, click copy layer style, and then click on this layer and do paste layer style, which would give you the same exact thing as if you did layer style color overlay. Okay, because basically what you're doing is copying the color overlay instructions for this as well. Okay, now we do have, I'm clicking here because there should be a smaller version of this, but if not, what I'm going to do is right click on this layer, and I'm assuming that this is layer 9. So now that I see this here, I can click this layer and drag it down to this little sheet here, sheet icon, and therefore I've made a copy. So I'm going to click this and drag it on down. And the reason I can't see it is because this layer is behind this layer 15 here. So I'm going to click this layer 15 and bring this down. Oops. Okay. Alright, now we can see that layer. So I'll right click on that again and we'll drag it down. Okay, and that will give us our little separation here. Okay, and so basically if we want to change the pink, we can do like I've been doing and do maybe a darker shade of pink. Okay, you can also copy these numbers here, or you can copy the RGB values here and put it in. It will be the same, but all I'm going to do is do like an electric pink, and I'm going to copy the layer style and I'm going to paste it everywhere there's pink. So I'm going to click where I can to sort of get a pink, and everywhere there's the pink, I'm going to click that layer style, and we see there's a little bit of the lighter pink here, so let's identify that and paste the layer style there. Okay, so now we have this electric pink in all of our pink shades except for the text. Alright, so let's go ahead and change our text. And you can click on that and you'll see if it's an editable text, you can click this and make an edit if you'd like. Okay, so we'll click that and you see that little toggle. Okay, and then you can move this if you'd like around, okay, with your arrow key and the layer highlighted. And you can just right click on through, and as long as you have this key selected, you can pretty much move it around. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. Alright, and on the Sam, I would like to paste the new color. And I'm going to click on Joan now that I see it. And I can click on the rest of the text here, and it's giving me those layers, but when it's editable text, you will see the text actually spelled out as it is. That's what the layer is, and just to double check, that's it. Okay, and the Saturday is not highlighted because that's a totally different layer here. So let's right click on that and paste that, and that's what we do. If you want to add it to all, you can, but I think it looks pretty nice with the lighter shade. So I'm going to edit and undo here. Okay, and then I'm going to save this, and I can save this as a JPEG, and let's rename it to Wedding Invitation edited, and we'll save it as a JPEG. Okay, and you want to save it as the largest size you can, because what you're going to do is actually have these printed out. So that is the first tutorial that we have, and we will cover other sections and other points on this wedding invitation template collection in another video. Thank you.